think I sit as at the head of the table as a game master.
Because it's enjoyable, yeah, I hear it.
No, it's very enjoyable. It's very enjoyable.
It's what I was saying with Racer City is please don't write me a novel. Don't write me a character that's going to try and write the whole game, because both you and Anthony are pretty notorious for writing novels.
Oh yeah, I can go pretty far and pretty deep pretty quick.
When I first made Metal, the whole idea was I tried to not write the game setting with the character.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will have to confess that if this were a D&D game, I would have already presented you with a 4+ page backstory.
Would you?
Oh yeah, almost all my characters have. Yes, very. Cool. But they're all written as past, right? So it's seeds that you can pull from and use. That's basically like, here's how he's become who he is, but then you can use it or not going forward, So.
Yep. It's all in if the game master knows how to use that stuff effectively, it's great. Otherwise they don't even look at it. But it is exactly what you said, especially like, you're scrambling in a town, right? You always got to come up with names. You always got to come up with shops and things and that. Just look to some of the players' backgrounds of stuff and go, oh yeah, that, that situation, those people, those shops, and that organization is right here. If I'm hearing you right. I'm just writing up. I'm just filling out my my NPC combat sheet.
So that was one of the things, and it's interesting, Jeremy. Well, I'm just trying to finally not call you Chrome all the time because you actually have a human name. I have thought about a couple of times along the lines of everybody make a character and then hand it to the guy to your right, so you're not playing your love child character. But everybody loves making characters as much as they love playing the game. Sometimes more. Some people just sit around and make characters, which is cool. I think I've made a couple of hundred. Mm-hmm. Okay, if you look at Meg's, I've made a couple of thousand.
Yeah, I enjoy making characters with champions.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't enjoy prepping running
for champions.
Well, champions is a little math heavy for my taste. It's like the old Palladium, but
I love customizing a character and just
Oh yeah.
I cringe when people say, "Oh, champions is a little math heavy," and the only reason why is because I had a ongoing 2-year campaign ruined because one of the players has a math phobia and convinced everyone else that champions was just too hard and that they shouldn't have to do math, even though I did 90% of the math for them.
Oh, it's not a bad game. Palladium wasn't a bad game either. Palladium was the only game I ever saw 9-page character sheets, not talking about narrative. There was 9 pages of the character's skills, the advantages, of the possessions. I mean, there was so much device lore in that. And Champions got like that too, didn't it? There was just a lot to it.
I just love Champions because you can make exactly the character that you want.
Sure.
No matter what it is you want to do, you can make a character that is exactly the way you want. Now, within point reasons or point
yes,
limits.
Within point reasons. But I also like to push back on. I agree with you. It's Jeremy, not Chrome. You really do have a name.
Well, here's his real name.
Yes, Professor.
What?
You were raising your hand, Professor. You were raising your hand.
No, it was my wife was saying bye. She's leaving. She opened the door and just waved bye to her.
But I do like to push back on it a little bit. Says Champion, because you can make. I believe basically any superhero game you pick up generally can do that job.
Agreed. You can do that in GURPS. You can do that in Fast Draft. You can do it in Megs.
Better. I consider it's just a paradigm that I grew up with and I started with, so it's hard to see things maybe other ways. But I have built characters with a lot of different systems, and so I'm not. I don't champion that as loudly as I once did.
So the point I was trying to make was a little different. There is when you introduce a character. I mean, remember when we all started playing D&D and you had your first level wizard or your thief, and your backstory was 2 lines. Just it is so easy in a game of supers to have a backstory that starts to write the game.
Oh, heck yeah.
Well,
Yes, I agree.
Well, that's why I intentionally went with Chrome. He's basically he took some performance enhancing drugs that turned out to be laced with something, and now he's decided he wants to be a superhero since he got kicked off all the athletic teams. Poof. That's
Jeremy,
it.
you're the only one who hasn't made a character that's trying to write the game.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Some of the guys that you missed earlier in the game, like Olympian, came in with his whole backstory. It was basically invincible. And it's like, well, that's cool and all, but unless I'm writing the game to your character, what do we do with all that?
Yeah, I had no problem with what to do with all that. It's still baked into the campaign world. It's all there. Also, what was I going to say? There was something of interest. Oh, is it worth going back and listening to the tape when I went away when you guys were arguing about which type of time travel you were experiencing?
Only if it entertains you.
If you threw out what? Doctor Who, Star Trek, what was the other one? Multiverse?
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, yeah.
The big question was the Back to the Future versus Marvel argument, you know.
Yeah, is it worth going back and listening to? Is there something there?
I mean, only if you find it entertaining. There's no game necessity to it.
Yeah, we didn't like resolve anything. So
you didn't go, that's a great way to do it.
Well, the what's his name? G-Ride there, the guy with the motorbike. He required it to be multiverse theory, or else everything we do would undo his future. Or it might be Doctor Who, the things that like he's a must-have.
Yep.
In which case, nothing we do matters.
Yep. Well, he believes in himself, so he's going to come from his position. You know, he's a megalomaniac, Melnibonian scientist. He travels the multiverse. He travels the multiverse, so he knows it's real.
Well, it's like the idea of all of these. I'm sure you guys have seen movies with all the angels and demons in it. And I said, yeah, you don't have faith. What you have is evidence. You don't have an opinion on time travel. You showed up and you have the metric. So if he knows that it's multiverse theory, then that's the answer, and there's no more speculation.
Yeah, actually you can, because you can have multiple theories of time operating at the same time.
Okay, sure.
At least in my superhero game universe, I need that kind of room with you yahoos.
Okay.
But there's still a picture of the I tried to sketch. It's just kind of beyond me and my time right now. The deck of the
Edmund Fitzgerald.
Edmund Fitzgerald.
Oh, nice.
Too rough to feed you.
I'm seeing it. People to remember your is that Meteoron?
Yeah. I'm showing you all the drawings I've done over him over the last couple of years. So that's what Meteoron looks like.
No idea who Meteoron is, but okay.
Well, he was in the room we showed up at the end of the last sequence.
Yeah, but what I mean is I have no idea who he is, so.
Oh, yeah. Metal has mentioned that she's fought with him before.
Oh, where am I? Oh, that's why, because I'm in the wrong place. But I put together a quick sketch of the deck of the control room. See if I can.
Where's that, Jack?
I'm going to throw it. Did I throw it up there? I must have thrown it.
Yeah,
up
the game pictures.
Is that what the double triangle deal is?
Well, that's the moon base. That's a top-down look of it.
Okay.
That's places to remember. Let me go to game images. I put it there. That's that. I guess I did. I thought I scanned this sucker.
So are we Oakenless this evening or what?
It looks like it. I haven't heard them. Maybe I'm going to say the translation through space and time he's somewhere else.
Messes with 2,000-year-old space ghosts.
Space
Apparently
Ghosts.
it does. Space Ghosts. We got Space Ghosts.
If we do a Space Ghost campaign, can I play the monkey?
As long as you don't pay a hyper-intelligent, socially awkward monkey with a complicated gun.
Monkey. Otherwise, you're good.
I blacked out on the name. That's why I said monkey. Was it Bleep?
Gleek.
Gleek with a G. Oh my God, I still know it.
Bleak.
I still know that. Am I okay?
I think you should play like Mojo Jojo.
That's the Brock.
Well, if we do a Herculoids campaign, I want to be Gloop.
That's all right. I would totally be Igu, the rock ape.
Rocket? I could do the Triceratops thing there, shooting little...
Tantor.
Shooting acorns. Shooting acorns at the opposition.
Scary how well I remember that show, man.
There's a version of Megs that had a skill that I want to call the baffler, and you could only use it in humor genre, but everybody had to stop and listen to your crazy speech. And if it didn't make sense, if it made sense or not, it had all these columns to convince people. It was based on the Tick.
Yeah. Gravity's a hard mistress.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to tell that swirling purple nebula how far away it is because you have no frame of reference since it's hanging in space. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, metal.
Sir.
You're getting that weird, really weird, freaky sensation of deja vu, where like you're almost seeing an overlay, as in, yeah, deja vu. This has happened before. You know it's happened before. You've been here before. And the only thing you know is that just throwing the nuclear warhead at the nebula, mysterious nebula emitting Enteron energy will not work.
We know it won't work.
That's
Yeah,
helpful.
just tossing it at it, yeah. That there's more to it than that if you are to succeed.
Professor, how do you feel about detonating this thing the hard way, not just kind of tossing it like world's largest hand grenade?
I would prefer not to be enveloped in a ball of fire.
Well, this isn't that massive, right, Jay? It's under like 40 tons, something like that. I mean, it's big, but it's not beyond
the warhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think a warhead. How big is a nuclear warhead? You know?
But it depends on your nuclear missile, man. I mean, the Acorn Kernel bomb, the Soviet bomb, was 300 tons, but I don't think that could launch.
So it's, it's about this big around, about this tall, tapers to a top, really complex uranium payload package in there.
Give me a minute, I'll ask the internet.
And
if it's only uranium, we're doing okay.
Right? And uranium.
It's the plutonium ones you got to watch out for.
How about
I'm trying to not do nuclear science, and you should also try not to do nuclear science during the game.
How about hydrogen? Is that just a weak nuclear explosion, or does that really?
We're going to try and not do nuclear science during this game and talk about the shell casings and the carbamide. And no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, however you have to use that nuclear warhead, you need to do it on the other side of that nebula.
Oh, that's one thing I wanted to look at.
Wait, we got to go through the portal and then blow it up?
Well, I don't think Mel has had a chance to communicate this to you yet. because you're an expected party.
Jay, the internet says a nuclear warhead weighs between 600 and 10,000 pounds.
What the hell?
So that's a pretty big range.
Yeah. So you got the 600-pounder because it's
A 600-pound nuclear warhead. So Chrome can just throw it over his shoulder.
It weighs somewhere between something and nothing. Yeah, okay, got it.
Yeah, thank you for nothing. So yeah, it's a 600-pounder, high tech, not made by this warhead's not made by human hands, human technology either.
Do we even know how to set it off?
I thought we determined the professor knew that before we took it back through time.
Okay.
Yes, the only problem is you're having that deja vu sensation again. This is the second or third time you've had it?
It is third, yeah.
Oh, you're like that Nicolas Cage movie where he like can see a little into the future and know what works and what doesn't work.
That was a great movie. That was such an underappreciated movie.
What was that movie called? Maybe
Knowing.
No. Huh.
Wasn't it Knowing? No.
I was thinking of Next. Knowing was also a good Nicolas Cage movie, but I think you were describing Next.
Yes, I think you're right.
Knowing is the one where he has an autistic kid that's predicting aliens.
Yes. Yeah,
also a good movie. Yeah.
In either of these movies, do they put a basket on his head and start putting vermin in it?
No, that's a different one.
I said good Nicolas Cage movies.
As a brief aside, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is amazing.
Is it?
It is very good if you haven't seen it.
I have not seen it. I will put it on. Well, always looking for a good movie because there's a lot of trash out there, as we all know.
If you're a Nicolas Cage fan, it's a must-watch.
Excellent. I saw the new Deadpool. If you guys haven't seen it yet, we laughed the entire time.
Oh, it was brilliant. Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Sorry.
Good.
I'm disrupting the game. I apologize.
Oh, you're not.
Okay, so we've appeared on the bridge with all the bad guys in the world waiting to ride down on top of us, and we've got a 600-pound nuclear device that the professor is the only one who knows how to set it off, and Metal's the only one who knows where we need to set it off.
And so
I guess I'm just here to kick bad guy butt.
Because they got a squadron of troopers. Shit, I got troopers. I got COT troopers. Yes, that's a situation. So we're going to be rolling initiative. Who's carrying the warhead?
I can, but we should give it to Chrome and let him swing it at people.
I don't know that we want me hitting people with the nuclear device. Please do not hit people with the nuclear device.
I don't know if you ever played Skyrim, but one of the truly indestructible things in that setting is an Elder Scroll. I always wanted to beat someone with an Elder Scroll.
Yeah.
That sounds like something from a video game.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
So, yeah. Just roll a die, Anthony. Shut up. There's my one.
I'm just getting my my Koopas. CO2 space troopers. There they are. Give me a Congress of Truth space trooper.
So apparently, guys, we have to go through the space warp and not try and blow up the space warp. Whatever this kind of deja vu sense I have from doing this again, I don't quite understand it. Whatever time echoes I'm getting.
Did it bear out to be correct the last time you had this sensation?
Well, once yes, once no.
Oh, nice. Couldn't have planned that better myself. One of each. Sweet.
So a coin toss means that it's probably nothing, and it has no bearing on the situation.
So I'm leaning towards we need to pull a Tony Stark at the end of First Avengers. And just take the missile through the portal as opposed to blowing it up on this side.
I can't fly in space. I can't run in space. In fact, I can't do much of anything in space.
I pull one of my lengths of chain out of my pocket that I have all my pockets full of and hand it to Chrome.
Hook it up to the motorbike. Oh yeah, Chrome destroyed it.
Chrome destroyed it.
No, you just wanted to destroy it. I had it drive into a tank. You're correct. I kind of forgot
take this. Chrome, take this. You might need this.
Intelligence may be 12, but his memory is not.
Getting the dice ready. Ooh,
You ever read the Power Recall? God, I would love the Power Recall in real life.
Intelligence and memory are two different things.
No joke.
Broadcast empath can affect everybody, correct?
Yep.
That's because hence the word broadcast.
Correct. Range is normal, so it's distance APs.
The professor has no empathy. Broadcast this, bitch.
Is anyone intending to spend any hero points at the beginning for their initiative?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Which he says as if indicating we should consider it.
I just always don't want to deny players.
You know, I forgot about that. You can actually spend hero points for initiative.
Yes. Yep. Point for point.
Well,
and it's a bidding war. It never stops. You can go as high as you want, unlike abilities.
I'm going to spend 77. No,
you go.
No, I go first.
That's a joke. I'm not crossing it off, Jay.
Okay, I didn't think you were. I didn't think you were serious.
The Dick GM move would be say, okay, cross it off. You said it. You did it.
My dick move is I guess my dick move is wanting to add horror elements to Metal's character. Right? You said cancer is a no-go.
I was not a fan of cancer. I was more into either plot complexity or bring in the Yellow Lanterns.
Stage 4 cancer is not a plot complexity?
I mean, unless you want a horror ending, that's one of those, and your character now sucks. Bye.
No, it just means like, there's a couple of things I was thinking of. Let me lay them on you. There is always a chance of something really bad happening, like using your power at full power at certain power levels.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
so, Jay, I wasn't saying that I want you to give my character cancer, which you seem to love the idea of. I was just noting the fact that fighting it at an AP level that high changed the way it works. This is not an invitation to the oncology ward.
Well, he was talking astrology. He said that metal was a cancer.
Yeah, that's it.
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't think so. I still don't see how the game has changed either. That I'm not on board with either.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, I've been holding back on certain tactics. I'll stop if you like.
You can try. You are in space.
Yep.
Okay.
I got a 29 initiative.
Gotcha. 20. Chrome is let's see. I'll put Chrome Metal Professor.
24.
I do have a 31.
24, 31. What was it again, Chrome?
29.
29. Very good.
One of these days, Metal, I'll beat you.
I tell you what, this is the thing about having been play it for so long. Dex of 8, intelligence of 8, influence of 7. That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, I'm Dex 9 and influence 7.
Nice.
Unfortunately, the other one's lagging.
Dex 4, influence 3. Beat that.
Yeah, intelligence of 71.
Yeah.
And for the troopers, just because. Can't leave them cheated.
I want to see Anthony play a character that's like a lounge singer or someone who's like super charismatic in their secret identity. A politician.
Or a halfling with abs.
Oh, yeah.
That's a long story.
You did see the picture of who I call Director Grace.
Where?
Right. It's in People to Remember and Game Images. Put it up at the beginning of the game. Like Administrator Salt was that science-looking guy, bald head in a lab coat. Director Grace is got a Congress of Truth logo on his chest, battle armor.
Is that a lightsaber?
Yeah, it's some type of electric sword, powered by Enteron energy. There it is. It's not. It's an Enteron energy sword, so it's glowing purple. And that's whose initiative is going to probably be the leader here. Yeah, at 34. No one can beat a 34, correct?
Can? Yes, I can. I didn't. Actually, I couldn't anyways, even if I rolled a 10.
So yeah, I guess Director Grace is really excited. Who's carrying the warhead again?
Mike, I think you're frozen.
He is
Either
frozen.
that or you're seriously concentrating.
I think he's had a stroke.
That's bad. Did I get a announcement on who was carrying the warhead?
Hey, you're back.
The guys, I can hear you even when it freezes, even if you can't see me. This is on my phone. So sorry if my image freezes.
I am not carrying.
Director Grace is going after the warhead, wherever it is.
My strength is 4. I'm not carrying shit.
All right, I'll carry the warhead, I guess.
Okay, he's coming at you to get.
I'm assuming his strength of 8 is plenty to be able to carry that warhead.
Yes, 600 pounds. 600 pounds. Director Grace says as he leaps across this vast room, it's rather huge. Got a lot of equipment. It's got it's even got like something with like fields of Enteron energy being contained in it. There's even like, what do you got down below you? You can even see like benches that were like an alien or something where you can put someone in, and there's energy and things going on there. There's probably about 12 or 13 of those things down below. And he swings his Enteron sword at you to try to knock it out of your hands. Chrome. His attack is at an 8.
Okay. My dexterity's a 9.
8 to 9. 8 to 9 is a 13. So he's going to spend. What can he spend? He can spend 4. He's going to spend 4 hero villain points. So that brings it to 12 to 9. He needs a 9 or better to hit you. He gets 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1 column shifts. His strength. What's your resistance value?
Well, what is he doing? Hitting me with the
swinging
sword?
Yeah, he's hitting you with his Enteron juiced sword, a physical attack.
Okay, if it's a physical attack, my resistance would be 18.
Good, you need it. You take your resistance holds off from his blade, but you could feel the sting of some Enteron energy.
Okay.
So he went at 34, Next, my highest next is 28. That's my next highest. Can anyone
Okay.
beat that?
So
You've got
remind me
31,
this.
we got metal and chrome.
Remind me. So where we are, we're like in their bridge.
Yes, and it's a big, slightly circular room, but it's more long than wide. If you look at the top-down view of the space base, you're in the southern triangle, really up high, kind of where I sketched in windows.
Right.
Maybe I can pull that one up.
I see it. It's in Discord.
Yeah. Okay. So you're up quite a few stories as well. This is a massive base. It's really big.
Okay. So
and of course, you don't know what the viewing port's made out of or how resistant it is.
Meteoron, it seems to be revving up to do something.
Yep. He's got that. He's got like the meteor shard is embedded into his head, and he has much like a crown of life, much designed like the professor's that he's always worn. That's one of the first things he made. That's where he amplifies his mental abilities with.
Okay.
So metal and chrome, what are you going to do?
I am going to execute. So how many troopers, and just so I see the two mega bad guys here, and then how many troopers are there?
They've got 50.
50 troopers.
Yep. 50 troopers. Yes, but they're all behind the principals.
You fight the 5, I'll fight the 0.
Yeah. So what are they going to do? They're going to break up into break them up into squads of 10.
So I can't help but notice that Meteoron is wearing a crown. Is it made of metal?
No. There's not much made out of metal. There's not much made of metal around here except the infrastructure of the space base itself. But the star pulse guns that the troopers have, their energy fields, no metal.
Space age palm.
They're gonna really regret that.
They know your powers. They know your powers. You've been, you're the most powerful.
Yeah, we've definitely been around.
On planet Earth right now.
So I'm going to use one of the chains in my pocket, and it's going to flash over to Meteoron, and I want to abscond with his chain. Excuse me, with his crown. I want to rip it off his head.
Is that a disarm maneuver, I guess?
It is.
Okay. First, I need you to roll against a fear aura of 8.
So that would go against my mind blank, by the way. So my opposing is 8 and my resistance is 7.
Nice. You're probably going to be in good shape unless I roll really high. So 8 to 8 is an 11 or better. A 10.
All right.
And that is that sense of fear is being projected by Meteoron. And he also, let's see. There's okay, attack away.
Okay.
His opposing is dexterity of 6.
Okay. So I am spending on my disarm here. Give me 1 sec, because I don't do a lot of disarms.
Ooh, I should get
144.
people to track tool.
Grapple, falling, disarm. Similar to takeaway, except that it only attempts to knock the item out of the target's possession rather than get possession.
Okay.
The ABEV is determined as normal physical attack. The OVRV is the target's dex and strength.
Mm-hmm.
+2 column shift is applied to the opposing. Any RAPs achieved indicate the item was knocked away. The item ends up a distance from the target in APs equal to the number of column shifts.
Okay, Meteoron is going to spend 3 hero villain points on his dex.
I am spending 3 hero points on my magnetic control to take it to the 16-18 range.
Okay. That means you need...
2 columns in his favor now.
Yeah, I'm going over that. I got 2 columns in his favor. Then he bumps it 3 to 13, and you're at 18?
I am.
Okay, he's going to burn... What can he burn? He can burn 6. He's going to burn 6 more.
6 more for what?
For his opposing value.
Well, I thought you said he already burned him for his dex. That's his opposing value.
Yeah, he's spending more.
He can't spend more than the total APs of his dex, right?
Yeah, and his dex is 6.
Okay, so he can spend. He can get to 12, but that's all, right?
So he can spend another 3. Yes, fair enough. I would agree with you. You are
okay. So he can't go above 12. Is that right?
Yeah, and then 2 column shifts in his favor. He's in the 16 to 18 opposing.
Right. Okay, yeah.
So you're at an 11 or better to hit.
14. No doubles.
So that is 1 column shift.
And his crown is now 20 feet from him.
Well, you got to get APs.
Well, disarm says for each column shift. For each column shift, 10 feet, 0 APs. So at 1 column shift, it would be more than 10 feet.
Yeah, but you still got to knock it out of his hands, right? He still has a resistance. That's if it gets knocked away, right?
Oh, I suppose if he has a really high strength, he might be holding it on his head. Yes, I didn't think about that.
No. He's got a bunch of things on.
Okay.
A bunch of shit. And
he might have a high telekinesis, something like that.
Yes, he does. That's exactly what it is. He can use it to do a bunch of different things, and you're probably going to get to see what he does with it. But that is one of the first things, yeah, that he could do with it. So you've knocked it. You're saying you've knocked it a couple of spaces away.
I've knocked it between 10 and 20 feet from him.
Okay, I think his initiative is next, isn't it? Or is it? No, it's Chrome.
Chrome's.
Yeah, you can see Meteoron. He's turning towards his headband. His John McEnroe headband that metal just knocked off his head.
Okay. Well, that guy looks smart. I don't think I want to mess with him. The guy with the electric sword, though. Now, you said was he trying to knock the nuke out of my hands, or was he just attacking me?
Yeah, he put a lot into it. He was trying to split you in 2.
Okay, so he was just attacking me. He wasn't like trying to disarm or anything like that.
Nope,
okay.
Nope.
All right, because I was, if he's like going for the nuke, I'd be more concerned. So, I'm going to.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, what?
You just noticed when he did first attack, he a more substantial helmet formed around his head.
Okay.
It still has a clear plexiglass screen. It looks like you would think it would be some type of precaution against, and all the space CO2 troopers have their own custom EVA suits on and all that. So
Okay.
they're ready for explosive decompression if it happens.
All right. Phrases I never thought I would say. I'm going to drop the nuke. And
Boom!
Professor!
Sounds on the Kang!
Professor, guard the nuke. And then I'm charging him.
Okay. You don't have much room to charge because you're in melee.
Oh, okay.
You know, he came and bang, I guess.
Yeah, well,
off.
yeah.
Can he like figurate around him? Can he like do a flash and come at him from behind?
I probably, right?
Well, actually, what I'd like to do, and I don't know what the maneuver for this is exactly, is I want to charge him and basically tackle him into some of the troopers behind him. So I'm going to run, basically launch myself at his midsection and try and carry us both into the crowd.
Okay. I'll give you a minus. You'll get -2 column shifts. Which means the way I'm saying it, his opposing value, which is his dex, will go up 2 column shifts.
Yeah, I would argue. I would say in D&D parlance, I'm trying to do an overrun, but I don't, or a bull rush.
Yeah.
I mean, a bull rush, and but I don't know what it is in.
So you're trying to use a
term in superhero terms. Is bull rush as good as any, right? I think
basically.
So you're doing a combination of a dupe and a sweep attack. Your sweep attack weapon is the enemy, and you're duping the enemy to do it. It's okay. It's very cool.
Are you saying I have to read the dupe rules?
You do not. You're fine, Jay. You do what makes sense.
I can. I busted the book. It's a big night.
Yeah. No, don't kill yourself on it. It's getting more complicated than it's worth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, really, I'm just trying to grab him and just smash with him into all the bad guys.
Okay, so his opposing value, Director Grace, is his dex 5 with 2 column shifts. Okay, and what's your acting value?
My dex is 9.
Okay, and what'd you get? You needed 11 or better.
I just rolled double 9s.
Double 9, so that's an 18. That's a good start. That's 1, 2, 3 column shifts.
Let's see. I just rolled all total 30.
Woo! Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 column.
Look at all those column shifts.
6 column shifts. So that's
I was like 2 9s. I was like, holy cow! And then I got a 9 and a 3. I was like, yes.
So he's knocked 150 feet. He'll take out, and I'll take. What did they say? They're squads of 10. 5 squads of 10 are scattered, and we'll have to reorganize. And we got to look at the damage. What's your effect value?
I was going to say, did he puncture the space station?
Nah, 150 feet.
It's bigger than that.
If Director Gray stays on his feet, his little, jet jump boots will kick in and he'll stay on his feet.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure how much damage or what's my effect value is going to be. Normally, it'd be my momentum, but I didn't actually have that much momentum when I hit him.
So it's either going to be your strength.
My strength?
Mm-hmm.
With a lot of columns, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My strength is 8, and I also I don't know if my martial arts battery would add 1 AP for the effect value, so I guess it would be 9.
Okay, got it. And then you had 6 column shifts. It's all +1.
So he hits 9. So everybody in the path, including Dr. Scientist Guy, takes 9 APs of damage.
Was his strength 9?
Strength of 8 +1.
Strength of 8 +1 for the martial arts.
Oh, +1 for the chart, 10. You max the chart, it's APs +1.
Yep.
It's rare, but it does happen.
Yeah. Yep, that took he's unconscious. He smashed. You must have sent him through a couple of complex Enteron energy dampener machines, and the explosion scatters 10 of the troopers. They don't look like they're getting up right now. So that was impressive.
It's like Croc 2.0.
So
that was well done.
All right, Meteoron is up. And you just try to
I think there should only be one crown-wearing super person in this group, and it's the professor.
There we go.
Okay. He uses the powers of mind to snatch his little sweet crown back. The meteor shard that he has embedded in his head is not attached to the belt, the crown. The crown just kind of surrounds it. But yeah, he grabs that and quickly turns around and looks at you, Metal, and says, "Now I will just dominate you with my will."
Except he had to use his action to get his crown back, right? So he has no action in the space.
That's true. He's got it back. But let's see. The force field goes up around him, crackling with a lot of energy. Okay, Meteoron is done. I got my next highest is a 27. Anyone beating that? Nope. The 27 is Quantum, who flies up high to get a view of the action, and he's going to blast Chrome with his quantum energy blast. It's about time I had someone to, get a little rough and tumble with, so I can really unleash.
Now, which one is this? Sorry.
Flying energy blaster. He's not a nice guy.
Yeah, all based on, he calls it quantum energy, but it's probably more the sources. He's probably been altered with Enteron energy, like most other superheroes. Okay, he's got a 10. He's going to spend. He's going to spend 3 hero points, villain points. Give himself a 13 acting value. What's your opposing value?
My dex is 9.
Okay. He needs a 7 or better to hit you. He gets a 7, but your resistance is really high. So at 10, going against at least an 11, right? Not higher.
What, my resistance value?
Yeah.
Is it a physical blast?
It is. You're talking 18, aren't you?
18, yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't affect you. He's going, wow, I got to really juice this up, I guess.
Yeah, the big secret with my skin armor is that it's near frictionless, so stuff hits, but it doesn't stick. It bounces off.
Mm-hmm. And Deathwish is following the shiny object like she always does and wants to join in and attack you as well when she sees Quantum blast you. That's the werewolf-like chick, and she's got.
I remember her. Does she remember me?
She's got there's always like a vest on her, with like lights and things, and a couple of antennas. And her dex is 12. She doesn't burn hero points that often. Your dex is 9. She needs 9 or better to hit you. 8 misses. Whoosh, whistling claws go by you, or slick right off. Yeah, your slickery surface. I think I got troopers now shooting at you all.
Nice,
When's the
kitty.
Wait, what about the professor?
Professor,
22.
Oh,
22.
okay.
Well, you are above the troopers, I believe.
No, 20.
The troopers got
24.
16. Troopers got a 16.
Okay. Well, in 4 seconds, that's how long a turn is, right? 4 seconds?
Yes, in 4 seconds.
In,
It's all just
in
a
4
die.
seconds, I'm standing there next to Chrome. A guy with a lightsaber comes up and hacks at him. I immediately point my gun at him. Chrome drops the bomb, says, "Guard this."
And Cold
Knocks that guy away from where I was getting ready to shoot him. With my sharp eye and lightning reflexes, I immediately turned a meteor on, and then I see this quantum guy fly up and zap Chrome, so I immediately turn to him, and then I see my arch nemesis, Death Wish, who killed me. So immediately the gun drops to Death Wish, and I pull the trigger.
Okay. She's got a dexterity of 12. What's your acting value?
Accuracy 7, but spending 6. Spending 6 to make it 13.
You need a 9 or better to hit.
6. I gotta mark it off, -6.
Mark it 6, Donnie. Mark it 0, Donnie.
16.
So that's 3 column shifts. What's your effect value?
It's 8, but how far away is she? Since I've been darting around with 4 different targets in the last 4 seconds.
She's really close. She's really close.
Yeah, that's why
She's
I wanted
close
to
enough to give you mouth to mouth.
I knew I was standing right next to him.
Yeah. So yeah, that scrum, that fight is not happening more than 6 feet from you.
Oh, then it's the full 8 then, if it's 0 APs. Against Spirit, 8 versus Spirit. Non-lethal. Pass out.
Yep. That's when one of the things on let me see. You said 8 against her spirit. You got 3 column shifts.
But non-lethal, so only to 0.
But she has something starts blinking on her backpack. And you can see that there's these vials on it, and they go and start ejecting over some shit. And she shakes it off, barely.
Wow.
Troopers, we got 4. Let's see. I think they're going to do so. They're just going to do a goddamn area attack on all you guys. There's 3 of you.
Now, was it 2 of the squads that got scattered, or just 1 when I ran through? Just one. Okay.
Yeah. So there's 4 groups of 10. Their acting value is not that high, of course, right? They're using the Star Pulse guns. That's right. They're no mean shakes. Okay. Multi-attack.
Why did we 5 adventures ago decide not to take the submarine and take the teleporter? It just strikes me in retrospect as a bad idea.
What's your opposing value, Chrome?
For an attack, Dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dex is 9.
Okay. I guess I got to get you all, but there's going to be, I'm going to roll a couple of times for automatic fire spraying all of you.
You could theoretically do a multi-attack and a team attack simultaneously of 40 of them doing a single attack against 3 targets.
Shut up.
Team attack only goes up to 8. Multi-attack does go up to a lot, but there's only 3 of you. I rolled a 19.
So you should have done it in teams of 8.
I should have, but that's not the way they operate. Okay.
These bad guys need to learn the rules.
They needed a 5 or better to hit you with their team attack. They got a 19. So that's 4 column shifts on a 7. Resistance value, please.
18. Or is this physical?
So you have 3 different resistances to a star pulse. The first one is physical.
Okay.
Yeah.
The second one's the one that'll knock me unconscious.
Yeah, it's mine.
1, 2, 3, 4 for 2 points of body damage. You're knocked back 20 feet.
From a ray gun?
Star pulse guns, one of the things is they will send you backwards through a wall.
It's force.
And what's your mind?
A quick question. Are these Star Pulse guns, is this light energy? Because I have energy absorption or reflection. But
yes, you can as this game universe and a lot of superpowers, probably including yours, have been generated by Enteron energy. Absolutely, you can use it against Enteron energy.
Okay. All right. Then I have 8 APs of energy absorption for that.
Okay.
So you're shot backwards and then just stand up.
Yeah, because they only did 2, so yeah, you sucked up all that.
Okay.
But yeah, so yes, there's enough. That'll do it for me on that one. Metal. What's your opposing value against a team of 10?
It's against physical attacks.
Yep. I'm sorry, I didn't hear a number though.
8.
8. Okay. 8. Okay, they get 7 or better. They get a 13, 12. 12. So that's only 1 column shift at 7. Is that going to scratch you?
Resistance is 13.
Nope. Okay. So now it's at the mind of this thing I'm using at a 5.
So my mind is a 5, correct, against this, yeah.
And these are a 5. They've got 1 column shift, so you take 2 points of mind damage.
Okay.
And the flash is at 7, and is that the same damn thing? Goes against your mind?
The flash is one of those things that will the flash is one of those things that will lower your
dexterity is down by 2 is what we're thinking?
Well, it'll flash blind you because you can't see, but I have other senses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So hand-eye coordination is affected, but you have other senses to compensate.
Correct.
Very good. Okay. And Professor, what's your opposing value?
Opposing or resistance?
Opposing, you haven't been hit yet. They got to roll to hit.
Oh, dexterity is oh hell! But this is the same phase that we're still doing the first phase, right?
Second phase.
Yes.
Oh, is this? Oh God, this is the end of the first.
I'm finishing up with the troopers now. The flagging troopers behind.
Well, shit! I already wasted a shot, so I can't dodge. So dexterity is 4 but I am for sure gonna spend 3 more, make it a 7.
Okay, they need an 11 or better to hit you. 7. I rolled a 6 and a 1, a 7. You do something to avoid a automatic enter on fire. Now we'll go to another round of initiative.
I dodge with my lightning reflexes.
Yeah.
He seems to move really quickly for a fat guy.
It's almost like he knew it was coming.
Is your guy chubby? Is your guy chubby? I don't remember him.
Well, he was 400 pounds when the explosion went off. He's cut down to a good 350 now.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He has.
He's like 6'5", isn't he?
Issue.
That's why I don't eat. That's why I don't eat pizza.
Mm-hmm.
By the time this campaign ends, he's going to be 6'6", 250 pounds of rippling muscle.
Oh yeah. No, he's the director's down.
Once a month when he rolls his wealth roll, I'll roll a weight loss roll.
My highest initiative is Death Wish with a 33.
Oh,
Beats me.
brother. And I start at a 23. So I got to declare points before I roll.
Yep. What's your initiative score?
I haven't decided on the points yet.
I can give you mine. Well, he thinks.
I'm going to do, I guess I'll spend 5 on initiative.
Okay. Roll your initiative, sir.
I jumped right out of the box. There we go. 8 plus, let's see, where are we at? 23 plus 8, 31 plus 5, 36.
36. Okay, that's nice and high. Metal?
34.
Chrome?
27.
Professor, you are up first.
There's absolutely no possible way I can do anything while Death Wish is standing. I do not want to be cut in half again.
She
Blast
is...
her. Shoot her again.
Okay. All right. Her dex is 12.
The 7 plus 6 again. Mine crossing 6 more off.
Need a 9 or better to hit.
These points are supposed to be for something else. I hate that kitty. I rolled a 6.
You have the worst luck with dice of anybody I've ever gamed with in all my years.
There's a
Only when it matters.
some of the there's some broken equipment that's sparking off. Another little mini explosion makes you duck your head. Your shot goes awry.
Well, if I missed her and I hit the wall, do I disintegrate an opening in the ship and we all die?
Well, it depends. What's
No.
because I got some. I know what these walls are made of.
Guys, I'll raise a drink to you. Sorry.
But that brings us to Death Wish, I think. Nope. I heard some others. It's metal. She got a 33. Yeah. So you're split second before.
Oh yeah. So I've noticed that Death Wish is wearing a backpack with medically stuff in it, and I'm assuming there's some metal to this.
I don't know.
Space age polymers.
Yeah.
It's not impossible, but it's a question. I should be able to tell.
It's not. It's a control mechanism like you would use to control a remote control car or something, designed by Meteoron. So he's well aware of your capabilities, and so
Sure.
that is.
So don't get me wrong, this is your sci-fi world, but you can't have electronics without something being magnetic. But if this is his sci-fi tech, I get it.
Yeah, he's Meteoron. He's using Enteron energy.
Okay.
We're in a sense, what the Congress of Truth are playing with is the raw energy that's transformed and made enhanced entities, at least as far back as the 30s and 40s, that the American government's aware of. So, yes, that's a lot of room to play. Especially this guy's been working on Enteron energy for what, 20, 30 years?
So I'm going to blindside. What's her name? Deathstrike? The kitty there?
Deathwish, yeah.
Deathwish. I'm going to blindside her with the chain that was doing something else last phase. Going to catch her from behind, and the chain is going to hit her so hard that I'm going to jam her into Meteoron. So she's going to collide with Meteoron at high speed. Hopefully it has enough to break the sound barrier and knock them around like pool balls.
Okay, and your acting value?
Do I get the blindside bonus, I'm assuming?
Yeah, but then you're also kind of doing like a multi-attack, so it cancels itself out. You're trying to kill two birds with one stone.
Acting value of 13, roll of an 11.
That just barely hits. You needed a 9, believe it or not.
I want you to imagine the professor standing there holding out his gun, shooting at her, and then she's gone.
So what's the effect value?
The effect value is going to be as much as 13 of me jamming her into Metreon.
Mexican Metreon.
Wait, you're jamming 13 into who?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is that kind of a fight. Did you read The Boys, Jeremy, the original book?
No.
There's a superhero named the Love Sausage because no one ever expects the Love Sausage.
Yeah. I've seen the show, so I know Love Sausage.
Oh, I didn't know he was in the show. Okay. So
unfortunately, yes, he is.
From what I understand, his powers are a bit different there. He's got like an animated penis or something. But this guy's battle cry was no one ever expects the Love Sausage.
Unfortunately, I thought he was gone, but he made a new appearance in the very last episode.
Yes.
I liked the book. I really enjoyed it. I have all the hardcovers. The TV show's too much for me.
So Deathwish is knocked on her ass. She's still conscious. Meteoron is knocked on his ass. He's still conscious. Ah! You frenzied feline! And Deathwish snarls and springs right back at you, and you can see
redirected.
More of those things that compress and shoot her up with juice. And she just got an adrenaline surge, boosting her dexterity to 18.
Is on the loose.
Are you going to adjust, Metal? She's coming right at you.
I fucking bring it.
Okay, she's got an 18 against what?
Well, wait, it's not next phase, right? That's her acting value is 18?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
So my opposing is 8. My resistance is 18.
Okay.
That's me spending points, by the way.
She needed to get a 4 or better. I rolled double 2s.
Yep.
19. She gets a 19 total.
She requires an awful lot of column shifts.
She's got 4. She's got 4. That still may not be. Let's see, 4 column shifts. She's attacking with claws at an effect value of 8. Your resistance value, you said, is 18?
Is 18.
1, 2, 3, 4 column shifts, causes 2 points of damage. She draws blood.
Okay. If that's how they want it.
She brought it.
Yep.
Professor Metal.
That's a lot of force shields. What that was. It was a vast amount of force shield.
Yeah, it was. Keeping, so she didn't disembowel you.
Yep.
Quantum is going to keep on sparring with Chrome. Okay.
Purple. Yeah.
He's got a 10 against your 9, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
10 against your 9 means he needs an 11 or better. 17. 1, 2. So he gets 2 column shifts. Resistance value was high. I just can't remember it.
18.
18. 1, 2. Let's see. 18. 1, 2. Wang! Just barely again. Quantum's getting frustrated. He's going, I guess you want to see the full power of my quantum rays.
Chrome seems to be responsible for all the loudest attacks in this game.
So Meteoron is up. He's going to try to quell the meddlesome metal who's been sticking in her nose in their machinations, the Congress of Truth, one too many times. And he's going to try to control your mind.
Okay.
His acting value is 10.
Opposing of 8, resistance of 7. Oh, wait, I can spend points on this because I have some. I'm going to spend 2 in opposing then.
Okay. So that brings 10
Radio
to
and
10.
2 points.
10 to 10. We're looking at 11 or better.
Yep.
18.
Hit.
That's 3 column shifts, unfortunately. 7 to 10. 3 column shifts. 8.
Okay, that's mind control. I have been mind controlled.
Meteoron has taken control of metal. That leaves me with the troopers. Concentrate your blasts on the other 2. I now have the metal under my full control, says Meteoron. So the squads turn at you guys.
He actually yelled that.
Yes, you did yell that.
Thanks for the tip.
I was going to say, thanks for the warning. Yeah, exactly.
That's true. But he doesn't want her getting damaged. She's priceless. Troopers. Okay. What's your resistance, Chrome?
Ooh, sorry. It's 9.
I mean, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right.
What?
No, just you're 9, and it hasn't changed.
Okay.
I'm trying to commit it to memory.
I thought you were changing who was hitting, who they were hitting.
No. But they don't get any column shifts. They do hit you, splash you.
Luckily, they're all distracted by shiny objects.
Yeah. I'm surprised Death Wish isn't. Cats usually go for the shiny objects.
He's having a real rough day.
And your mind is 5 or 6?
My mind
Yeah.
is only a 3.
Ooh, you take your mind takes 2 points of damage.
Well, and so this was from the Star Pulse, right?
Yes.
So I'm trying to figure the energy absorption that I have, and again, I'm just trying to understand how this works.
I think they got to overcome it.
Okay, yeah. I've got 8 APs of energy absorption versus light attacks.
Right. So every phase you would have to do, if they don't do 8 points, you take nothing. If they take more than 8, your energy absorption fails, and it does you no protection.
Full amount,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of all or nothing. So yes, that is a nifty little power you have there. Okay.
It's shiny. Like literally, I'm like reflective. That's the whole point. That's why it only works versus light, fire, and my power also works against contact poisons and stuff because it doesn't actually touch my skin.
Professor, you're hanging out with a dexterity of 4, or do you have other defensive powers that you rely on?
My defense is dodging, but that's only if I didn't do any other action and I already shot.
Okay. So dex of 4?
Dex of 4 plus 3 plus 3 hero points.
Got
it. 7.
You saved your ass again.
My
Before
defense
they
is
needed
hero points.
They needed a 4 to hit you. You spent the points. They needed a 7. I rolled a 5. Consider those points well spent.
Well spent, exactly.
Okay. Now.
So I will get a chance to break free next phase, by the way. He gets to command me first, but I do get a chance to break free.
Yeah, and Meteoron's instructions to you are to follow these men, and a group of 10, or let's see, there's 2 groups of 10. So there's another group of 10 that he sends to. He says, "Follow these men. Take her to the containment field." And so you start following them, I guess. And we're on another round of initiative, folks.
Oh, I haven't got to go yet.
Oh, what would you like to do, Crow?
Well, since what's-his-face bragged that he had metal under control, I'm going to bum rush him.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
So, because I've seen what metal can do, and I don't want the bad guys controlling that shit.
No, it's going to be heavy. And she's been studied very closely.
Yeah, I'm not shooting until next phase, but the professor also did that. That's why I said we heard. They actually said that out loud.
Yeah.
I was pointed at the cat, and immediately once that guy yelled, that went snap.
Yep. Okay. Meteoron's opposing value is 6.
Okay. My dex is 9.
Just a resistance is an evil monkey.
Need a 7 or better to hit.
Oh, thank God, because I rolled an 8. I was like sitting here, I was like, please be low, please be low.
What'd you
I knew I had the dex edge, me, at high speed.
Okay. He has a force field.
Okay.
You're looking at a resistance value of 15.
Did you say 15? 15?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Well, I'm hitting him with an acting value of 12.
So, no damage.
Yeah, but he's flying.
He's flying. Well, the Meteoron's not, because he didn't do. You got to do 3 column shifts to get some knockback. At least
that's
3
right.
column shifts to count to start counting knockback.
Crap.
All right.
Yeah, safe to assume that wasn't enough to disrupt his concentration.
No, it was not. No, not at all. We're at another round of initiative. Meteoron is going to spend 4 points on his initiative roll.
I'm at my unaltered max of 35.
And he only gets it up to 32.
I'll spend 5 on initiative.
If I had known he was going to be only at a 32, I would have spent points, but
Only a 32. What kind of world are we living in?
Yeah.
23 plus 5 is 28 plus 2, 30.
A world where I now can get close.
I am going to spend the most points I have spent since coming to Jay's game. You ready? I'm going to spend an automatic action in which I'm using 4 points added to my intelligence to try and break free of his mental control at the 4. Give me a sec to look at the chart.
Yep, his power is at 10.
Yes, so I'm spending 3 points to my intelligence to get a breakthrough that's in the 11-12 band.
Okay.
And this is an automatic action. And I have rolled a double 4s and a 4 and 6.
Okay.
So that is 14. Is that enough to break free?
Yes, because you just need to get the score a hit,
18.
or do you need? You got an 18, but do we have to look at effect and resistance?
What?
You said 4. You said 4, 4, 4, 6, right?
Correct.
That's 18.
18 is enough to hit, but now we got to look at resistance value, right? And I believe it even gave you 3 column shifts.
Yep. I believe that's enough to break free.
I'm going to say yes unless I see otherwise.
I then spend 12 points on my magnetic control to take me to the 25-27 range and execute a devastating attack, which gives me 4 columns against me to hit and plus 6 columns on effect. This is my first devastating attack since playing this game, which I started in 1982. You with me?
No, because when the victim's cumulative result action points from these attempts exceed the user's APs of control, the victim breaks free.
Right.
How many APs did you do? That's the question.
Well, he couldn't do more than 5 because I only had 5.
Okay, so you've done.
So if I've broken free with the automatic action, I then have a devastating attack I want to do.
You haven't broken free.
Okay. Sorry, I jumped ahead.
You've accumulated points against the 10 AP control. And so I was trying to figure out how many APs that is.
So our APs, he can't have more than 5 because I only have a 5 mine.
No, he's controlling you, not knocking you out.
Right. I would assume he can build up far more than that.
Interesting question. You're right. That was a faulty assumption on my part.
Yeah,
So
however many RAPs.
I'll get 5. Okay, so you got 5 APs against the 10. So you got to get another 5 APs and we'll.
Oh, so I haven't broken free yet. Okay.
You have not. You're halfway breaking free. Okay, I gotta look at all the initiatives. Did we even finish initiatives?
I don't think we finished initiatives.
Okay.
I never told you mine.
Yeah, no, I don't have initiatives. Okay. I have all theirs.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready for ours.
I will.
I thought he had them all. That's why metal was going.
Yep, I misunderstood. My mistake.
Okay, Chrome, lay it on me.
30. Woohoo!
30.
All right.
Metal.
I already went. I tried to break things.
Okay. Yeah. Professor?
I spent 5 to pump it, and I still only got 30. So I rolled a 2.
30. I got 31, 27, 32, 31, and 17.
We in trouble.
Okay. Meteoron yells to Quantum. You have the bridge. Secure these other two. I need to get our catch into the containment field as quickly as possible. And he is heading off, leaving the bridge with Metal and those 10 troopers in tow. So that brings us to 31, which is Death Wish going after Chrome.
Woohoo!
Remember what happened last time, Kitty?
Death Wish seems to have a hell of an, invulnerability or a very high adrenaline surge.
Yes, she does. Yeah. It started out a little low, but they've been working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Nebula's been pumping out more Enteron energy than it was. 12 to 9 is a 9 or better. 8. You are blessed immediately missed. Meteoron left the building. Professor, what's your dex?
My dexterity is a 4. Why? What's happening here?
Someone that you didn't see is touching you.
Sneak attack?
His name is Eclipse.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I wondered when he was going to show up.
And he has the ability to turn invisible.
6 of them against 3 of us.
There's a sneak attack, or is there no way for me to?
He's invisible, yeah.
He's invisible, and it's his turn to attack. So he turns off his invisibility, which he can as, I think, like an automatic action.
Yeah.
There's no detection or no way to sense this is coming.
He's got an invisibility of 12. What's your intelligence?
12.
12?
With
Then there is.
sharp eye.
If you roll an 11 or better, you know it's coming.
And my
Sharp eye, that gives him a column.
My perception is acting value is 12 with a -1 column shift because of my sharp eye.
Sharp eye.
There you go. You need a 9 or better to know he's coming.
13.
So, okay,
right.
so he doesn't get any surprise bonus attack on you. You foiled that. He's quite.
I had my gun was pointed at Meteoron, but this startling sense that I just got just made me shift into dodge mode.
Okay. And so he's just trying to put his hands on you. Put a hand on you. What's your opposing value?
10.
Nice.
Dodging. Acrobatics plus agility. Or dexterity, sorry.
Nice. He needs an 11 or better without, he's not spending any points. 11 or better to touch you.
I'm going to spend, what did I say it was at? 10?
10, yeah.
Well, spend 3 more, make it 13.
So he needs a 15 or better to hit you. 8. He rolls an 8. He is more than surprised. Wow.
Can I have those 3 back?
How'd you see me coming?
He just was tracking every air molecule in the room separately.
Quantum, yeah, quantum. So that's Eclipse. That was a 32, a 31. Death Wish went. Quantum's got a 27, so it looks like Chrome and Professor are up.
Has mind control guy, I can't remember his name.
Meteoron.
Has Meteoron and Metal left the station already, or are they heading out?
They're out.
That's pretty darn quick, Greg. That's pretty darn quick.
Okay, they're still there. They're still on the bridge. They're not.
Well, I don't know if you say they're out, they're out. I don't know where they're going. They could have been right next to the door for all I know.
Well, that would be just
it's not there. because Meteoron told Metal to follow the troopers, and the troopers have a initiative of 17. So yes.
Okay, so she's
she's
with the group leaving.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Very stoically, staring ahead, glassy-eyed.
I want to reroute the squad of troopers forcibly with my body.
Okay.
So I want to run through and do a multi-attack to try and keep them from going out the door so that Metal will not go out the door.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Gotcha. So their dexterity.
Can I do
because they're men.
Can I do a multi-attack and a knockback attack together? So I just want to do knockback to drive them further away?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
that's your whole deal.
Yeah. Tell me what those... I don't know exactly how that would work, so I'll trust you guys to tell me. That's my intent. Is a multi-attack, knockback only.
Yep, you're completely insane. I love it.
I gave them the column shifts for their opposing value. Your acting value is 10?
Nah, well, just 9 is my dex, right?
Yeah, yep, to hit. You need an 11 or better to hit them all.
I got a 7 and 5. That's 12.
12! We got a hit. No column shifts. But let's see. Their resistance value, because they have their little shields on, they have a resistance value of 7. Your effect value?
My effect value, if I'm going at full speed, is 12.
Nice. You knocked them all down like bowling pins.
Woohoo! So make sure you follow these guys.
Yeah, she's looking around at all the, which one do I follow, because they're all spread across the bridge there, the command center.
It's a holding action. That's all I can do right now.
Professor, did you take your action? No? It's your turn.
And I'm dodging. I can't do anything else,
right? Yeah, you dodged, yep. But your dodging is in effect the whole time. So you had a nice high opposing value.
I'm running around the bomb. Twist, dodge, guard.
Dodge, turn, parry, spin.
A volley of Entron automatic fire needs a 15 or better to hit you. I rolled double 6s for a 12. +12 + 7, 19. So that's 1 column shift. Okay. Resistance value against a physical energy attack.
Body is 4, but I'll spend 3.
Good call.
So 7.
Cool. You take 2 points of damage to body.
Try to spend 2 more. Okay.
Okay.
Minus 2 to the body.
Or you can spend 2 hero points to suck up the damage.
That's what I was contemplating, but I'll just take the 2 now.
Okay. You're pinned! They got you pinned! New round of initiative, gentlemen.
28.
I'm not going to spend anything this turn. It failed the last 2 times, so. And I rolled the 10. It would have helped. It would have helped this time.
So what do you got? 28, something like that?
33.
33. Ooh, that's right. You're. I'm not giving you the credit you deserve, Professor.
His intelligence is super high.
Yeah.
Lightning reflexes.
Chrome, what do you have?
I also have lightning reflexes, but your intelligence is through the roof.
Chrome has a 27.
I see everything that's happening around me and readjust to react before it.
Okay, meteor.
I've just got natural athletic reflexes.
I essentially, when I made him, I immediately did think of Daredevil. If his brain is overly developed and stimulated, I assumed that all of his sensory input would be amped up, and that's what was the reasoning behind the reflexes and the dodging and the martial arts is just him anticipating it coming in.
Yep. Okay, my highest is a 33. With Death Wish, Professor is at a 33. Players go first. What would you like to do, Professor? You have the floor.
Before metal?
Yep.
She's mind controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Slows down her synapses.
Yeah.
But they're still in the room?
Yes, Metal's still in the room, and Meteoron is barking at her to, follow him. Follow me, Metal.
At this point, I got to free her, so I switch from dodging Inviso Boy and shoot right at Meteoron.
Okay. Meteoron's dexterity is 6.
Accuracy 7.
Accuracy 7 plus 2, make it a 9.
Need a 7 or better to hit.
9 and 5, so 14. Column shift.
Yep, 2 column shifts.
How far away is he?
How far away is he? He's 3 APs away.
Okie dokie. 8 minus 3 is a 5, so effect value is 5 against his spirit, but with the column shifts.
Did you say 5?
5. Effect value 5.
Okay, he goes down. He grabs his head and falls over.
You took him out.
To 0, of course, non-lethal.
Yep.
It drained his life force.
Does that mean since he told Metal to follow him and he collapses to the floor, that Metal collapses to the floor?
I just lie on top of him, like a cat.
Yeah.
Why not? Instead of staring dumbly at the floor, he could lay on her.
Well, since he's unconscious, I assume that the mental powers would completely break.
Yes, they would.
It would take a second, long enough for her to faceplant too.
But still, Death Wish and Eclipse get to go first. Before that. So Death Wish is at Chrome. I think that's where this has been for a while.
Well, I ran away from her to go bum rush the guards, but
that's right. She's taking you down.
She's following me.
Shiny.
Her backpack, her adrenaline surge will not be activated anymore because Meteorion's down.
I'm going to run to the little boy's room and grab another coffee while you're doing this.
Okay. She needs a 9 or better to hit Chrome.
Jeez, Kitty, do I smell like catnip or something?
She's got a 10. No column shifts. So we're looking at killing damage. This is killing damage, by the way. She only does killing.
Of course.
But it's an 8 against something extraordinary, I think, with no column shifts. I'm seeing that she, once again,
8 versus 18.
And she's going, ah! Getting enraged.
Okay.
And Eclipse was going to attack the professor, but the professor isn't here. He's filling up his coffee, so why don't we all take a quick coffee break?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I'm glad he took him out from one point of view, but I was just about to do the giantest attack I've ever done, and now I don't need to.
Where'd everybody go? Sorry. Now that I'm here by myself, maybe I'll sing a little song.
This is with the sound on my phone. It is amazingly good.
You got all that equipment there, and you're using your phone.
I'm doing something kind of impressive with the rest of the equipment, and it doesn't play well with StreamYard.
Yeah, my computer has been trying to burn a 70-minute 4K video, and it has been working since I went to bed last night at 10:30 p.m.
Oh,
And right now it's 9:30 a.m. and it's still not done.
oh, you're killing me.
Oh,
Why? Why do you do this to yourself?
But that's just, it's not using the internet, so it's not affecting.
yeah, that's even for 4K, that's slow.
Yeah. And is that just the country feed, or do you just have a crappy computer?
I think it was crappy. I was shocked that it wasn't done when I woke up.
It definitely feels like something's not going at full speed.
Yeah.
I wonder if
The Chinese need to analyze everything first before they let you have it.
I wonder if my computer when it went to sleep.
Went to sleep.
Maybe it went to the computer went to sleep, and then maybe it just stopped where it was.
Quite possible. Processes hang.
Says to the professor, "You are a nimble one. And it only just takes but a touch," and he leaps at you and tries to touch you again.
What's the? Let's see.
Bad touch.
I already fired, so I can't dodge. So I'm gonna have to just add to my dexterity. So I will spend 3 and make my opposing value 7. -3. God, this is gonna suck. Add all this up at the end.
9. He needs a 9 or better to touch you.
Here comes a 3.
It could happen. No, it's a 13.
Bullshit.
It's a 13. So that's 2 column shifts. Eclipse gets 2 column shifts.
Against what statistic?
He's attacking you with paralysis, which is
Physical.
physical attack. Yeah. So what's your physical defense?
My body was a 4, spending 3.
Damn, this is an expensive battle for you.
You got 2 column shifts, so he'll still be dishing out 6 points of damage.
Locked up.
I'm paralyzed. It's not damage.
Oh,
Right.
that's true. Yeah. There you go. Quit
I believe that
moving
makes it-
around so quick.
I believe that makes it my turn because I haven't had a chance to go this phase, and he broke the mind control.
Yes, and you were at 28. So yes, you're before Chrome.
Can you do me a favor and pause my screen so I don't have to stay like this the whole time?
Invisibility doesn't mean much to me. And really, there's a whole bunch of troopers still on the floor, and there's the 2 supervillains, correct? Because the other 2 are neutralized?
Yes. There's Eclipse and Quantum. No, wait a minute. No, there's Eclipse, Quantum, and Death Wish. There's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Quantum?
I just ran away from Quantum and he just hadn't done anything recently.
Yeah, he's at 24, so.
Oh, yeah. That's why.
You're going to get to go before him.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Death Wish and Quantum are ganging up on Chrome, and Eclipse just took the professor out of the game.
So Metreon is out, right? He's not getting back up or anything?
Doesn't appear to be, no. Seems
So
unconscious.
my number one concern is if he appears to be blinking more than normal, everything else is going to shift over to him. But if he's not, if he's lying there insensate,
Yeah. There's no you don't hear any self-destruct countdown being initiated.
okay, so I'm going to send the chains after what's his name, the Quantum Blaster there.
Quantum Blaster? Okay. Well,
Sorry for interrupting real quick. What'd you say was the RAPs of the paralysis? 6?
6.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And that's what you got to work against to break free each round, right?
Yeah, strength against 6. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Quantum is going to spend 4 villain points on his resistance value.
Okay.
Which is going to bring his dexterity.
That's opposing. Resistance to be body, right?
Yeah, opposing 8. He's going to spend 4 to 12. Well, he may as well spend it another one to get it there.
Another one.
5. He's going to spend 5. Okay.
So he's now 13, 15?
Yes. Going against what, Metal?
13, and I do not hit him.
Okay. Chrome.
Okay. Hey, Kitty. Fetch. And I'm going to throw a fastball off her noggin and bounce it across the thing and see
Right
if
on.
she goes, chase it.
But
But also hit her in the head.
Dexterity at 12 against your something like a 9 or a 10, right?
My accuracy is 12 with the fastball.
Oh, nice. 11 or better. You know expenditures.
17.
Woo!
Yeah, I probably
2
should have
column
used that
shift.
for the effect, but
So you
All
get
right.
2 column shifts against her.
strength is 8.
And her resistance value I mean, yeah, resistance value is her body of 10.
So 8 versus 10 with 2 column shifts
is enough to take her out.
Whoa!
Bang! Kitty goes down.
I wanted to see if she would actually chase it across the room.
Okay. Quantum is... now I have you all to myself. We're going to get rough now. He's going to spend 9 villain points on his acting value. Going from 10 to 19.
I bet he hits me.
I don't know how many points this guy has left. He can't have all that many.
He doesn't.
I don't know.
But he needs a 4 or better to hit you.
Don't worry, I'll be right there.
He gets a 12. So it's only 1 column shift. And when I remember, that's not enough.
Anthony, do you remember the what if the Punisher killed Marvel Universe?
Yeah, I remember a cover, but I didn't read it. No,
It's okay. It wasn't very good. It's the ultimate example of what if the Punisher had 1,000 hero points and no one else had any.
Nothing.
Nothing. He needs at least 2 column shifts to scratch you. Ah! Even with my full blast. Troopers. Who's there? There's just Chrome. Chrome against the troopers.
Well, one squad is akimbo across the floor, right?
Yep.
So
That's
at least 10 less guys that are shooting at me.
Somebody did the bowling pin trick.
With their coordinated firing, they need a 7 or better to hit you.
if they shoot at me, I'm going to spend hero points and double my 0 to 0.
You can spend 0 to double 0 to 0.
You rolled a 3?
Roll the 3.
It looks like disco day.
It looks like 5 of the Star Pulse guns stopped working.
Oh, I thought maybe they were just all bouncing off of my reflective skin. I look like a disco ball.
Yep.
Dance like the Bee Gees.
That's going on, but also 5 of the troopers are going like, damn it, and they're throwing them down and they're looking for another Star Pulse gun on the ground. We need to roll initiative, folks. We're in another round of combat.
29.
And the good initiative streak comes to an end.
Quantum is spending 10 points on his initiative.
Professor is spending nothing.
I never spend on initiative.
Yeah.
I pretty much don't like to spend on anything.
No, you don't.
I don't blame you. I don't think anyone likes to. It's just when you get to the big ones, you kind of have to sometimes.
And Eclipse is going to spend 5 villain points. So, yep. Oh, but it doesn't pay off. Okay. I got a Quantum with an initiative of 40. Eclipse with an initiative of 27. And the Troopers with an initiative of 9.
The Quantum, and then us, and then everybody else.
Okay. And
40, jeez. Look, it's Wallace West.
He says, "No, I go first."
Yep, and he sees which way everything's going, and he goes, and he blasts out a chunk of the floor beneath him with his quantum blast, and he can fly, of course. So he just dropped,
Oh, he blew a hole in the floor and fled.
Yes.
Got it.
So it's multi-level. He didn't pierce the outer shell.
No, yeah, he went straight down.
Oh, okay.
He went straight down. Yes. Yeah.
We all got
It still sets off klaxon, alarms, systems, ventilation systems, air handling systems, you name it. He just cut through some of that. Okay. Who's next?
Believe I am.
When you really, really want to make sure you get out of combat, bump your initiative to 40.
Did you guys give me your initiatives?
No.
Okay, Professor.
31.
Metal.
39. Excuse me, 29.
Crone.
23.
40. Jeez.
Professor and Metal go first.
I'm just going to roll to try to break out of my paralysis.
Okay.
I'll spend 6. What the fuck? Strength is 4, so I'll spend 3 more.
7 to 7.
Quantum, you bastard! An eclipse engages his darkness power and his invisibility power at the same time.
7 to 6 to break out of the paralysis.
Okay.
So I need a 9 to get any RAPs, I assume.
Yep.
I rolled a 8, 9, 10, 11. Rolled 11.
Okay, so that's a column shift.
Oh, and I forgot to say if I was spending any on the.
What's your effect value?
I forgot to say if I was spending any on the. Oh, yeah, it's strength, right? I think.
Yeah.
Oh, my dexterity and strength's the same. It's both 4. But I forgot to say if I was spending any on the results table. So it's just straight up 4 versus 6.
But you got a column shift, he said.
Yep, so you do 1 point.
Yay! 5 more to go.
So neither the darkness nor the invisible is all that meaningful to me.
Yes, it is, because it has a AP value.
Okay, sure.
I should have
I'm not looking at anything, though.
You just can't discount powers.
I'm not using, but I'm not looking at them. I'm using sonar.
I know, but you're assuming that sonar is going to work against somebody who can maybe enter on energy like he does.
Maybe he's invisible to sonar.
So if he has invisibility to sound and I did not take this into account, I get it.
So does darkness and invisibility stack?
So
no.
Invisibility is by the sense, and you could decide he has invisibility to sound as well as to sight, and that would matter.
Mm-hmm.
But darkness is all straight visual.
Yeah, that's just visual. That's just, anyone with enhanced senses can pierce that. Sure. Okay, so it's a 12. It's a 12 against his opposing value will be a 12 of his invisible.
Okay. So my concern isn't so much what he does, but there's certain things I don't want him doing. If we find Metron is moving, for example, someone's trying to get him out of here.
Yeah.
I'm lowering the boom. We're doing it very broad. If he's not doing that, I don't care if he escapes. I don't care if he's pouring a cappuccino.
You do not see Meteor on move.
What's that?
You do not see Meteor on move.
Okay. How many troops are still active in the field?
We got 10. They've broken up in 2 groups of 5 and spread out.
That's 4 columns. Going to do a sweep on 8, which is 3 against me, 1 more in my favor, so 2 columns in against me.
Okay, and your acting value?
13.
13. You need a 5 or better.
6, no doubles.
You hit. What's the resistance value? Effect value. I know what there is.
13.
13. And there you go. 13 to 7 is still, wow. Yep.
chains and ball bearings and spikes and
they just go bang, cheese, bang, and they're flying so fast and furious that their Enteron force field shields just get beaten down, and now they're down.
which leaves two of the troopers and no super baddies, right?
Yeah. No, if there's any troopers on the deck, they're running for the exits. What are you guys doing? We're dropping out of combat time for now. You command the bridge.
I am going to loot the bodies. I want to take them. I know this is a different game than that. Anything that doesn't require surgical removal, I want to take away from Meteoron.
Okay, you can take that thing on his head, and you can take that off.
What about the meteor fragment itself?
That looks embedded in his head. That is embedded in his head. Role-playing bonus? Who's getting the role-playing bonus, Tony? Yes. Yes, you do.
I've seen him die before. I've seen him freeze up before. He'll be okay.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
If that's like deep in his brain and I couldn't do it without doing brain surgery, that kind of deal?
Yes.
Okay. I take the crown. I say, boys, you got the nuke?
Am I unfrozen yet?
Yes.
I was going to say, if he doesn't unfrozen, we'll go
I didn't
help him
get
out.
any more hero points. Just natural rolling.
Just wait for it to finish up.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Yes, the nuke is over here. I don't think it's been damaged. It's just leaking some yellow-green stuff. I don't know what,
I was running around it dodging, but I don't think anybody touched it.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a convenient space pod. Do we find one?
A space pod?
No, but you find an inconvenient space pod.
Something like a life pod at the end of a James Bond movie that's going to have champagne and cushions in it.
Yeah, no, it's that Spy Who Loved Me, right? Or
And
Moonraker.
Moonraker.
No, Moonraker. Yeah,
Yep,
I
Moonraker.
saw that in theaters. Yeah.
I had to have my stepbrother take me to see that as a double feature because I wasn't old enough to get into the rated R movie.
Those were the days.
Oh, yeah. So,
I'm going to bring up the picture of the moon base again.
Yep.
Because why not?
Maybe.
You talking to me?
Well, you said you were
I see
going to do
nobody
it.
else here.
Well, I got to pull it up, I got to find the file, pull it up, blah, 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 blah.
It's in Discord and the game images, right?
Maybe
Yeah. Well, I also want to see it too. I want to see it too. I don't want to be the one not looking at it. Okay, you see where that landing pad area is in between?
Yep.
There's a space shuttle looking craft there. But otherwise you don't see any pods.
So it says vehicle access at 2 points, which I originally thought it said vodka access.
Now you're onto something. Yes, those look like, and you can see tracks because it's the moon, right? So they've been in and out, and they travel the surface of the moon for whatever reason.
Pressurized?
Are the vehicles pressurized?
Sure.
You don't see them. You don't see any vehicles. I mean, are you flying out of the facility and down to those? And how are you getting there? What are you doing?
So you're saying that there's a space pod there, right? Though in the middle?
Yes,
if I understand
where that
you?
rectangle is, yes, there is a parked space shuttle.
So guys, I'm all about hijacking a space shuttle and heading into that space warp. Whatever the weird time sense I'm getting, saying we have to go through it and not detonate over here. You guys game for one more leg of our time-space adventure?
I can't fly a space shuttle. I hope you can.
I can't just no. I can.
Okay, good enough for me.
The professor will have to make a roll, but I think you can do it.
I wasn't even planning on using the engines, but if he wants to use the engines, I like this better.
I could analyze it to see if we can utilize it, but I really have no piloting skills, so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but your
turning it
unskill is
on,
obscene.
activating the air, the life support systems, turning it on, giving it lights.
You want me to do a gadgetry roll to see if we can at least turn the shit on?
Yeah, why don't you do that? And what
Or
you're
is it
going
obvious?
against, it's just challenging. So, no, I'll make it difficult. Opposing value of 4.
Gadgetry 9.
I want to do one thing before we leave that's not combat at all. I want to draw a dick in lipstick on Metrion's forehead.
Got it done.
He rolled a 13.
Yeah, you're fine.
Where do you want me to put this thing?
On the shuttle.
I start flipping switches and I can turn stuff on. Anybody else want to fly it or?
Metal's going to push it.
I have no vehicle skills.
Metal was intending on pushing it.
That's fine by me. I'll pretend to be flying it. That way I look like I know what I'm doing.
Vroom, vroom.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that a guy with his intelligence would not go vroom vroom when he tries to drive a space shuttle.
I don't know. I like that GIF you put up with the guy on the scooter. Where was that from? That was awesome.
That was Boba Fett.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was awesome. That's like totally.
That was from the behind the scenes stuff.
That looks really good for DeBrock, actually. That's a good look of him without his spiky metal Melnivonian armor on.
So, a really, really bright guy might be going for laughs. This is a possibility.
Yeah, he could. It's up to him. It's how you play the character, right? And that's why the professor knows that it's not that metal is moving at an incredible rate of speed, that the nebula is getting larger.
What is this program you've used? You've got this in with the his image here is in the.
Oh, that's just paint. That's just paint.
It's the new version. MS Paint.
Yep, it's just a quick, easy way to pull up an image file without, Photoshop wants to load Adobe's corporate mission statement and
yeah, no kidding,
right?
Yeah,
so this has always just been the quickest way to boom, 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 and just manipulate it.
That's the only reason I was asking is because I refuse to pay Adobe's monthly fee, so I have no access
to Canva. If you haven't used Canva, really give it a try.
I don't blame you. I love it. There's just too much good stuff, toys that Adobe has that I want to play with. I want to play with Premiere. I want to play with Audition. I want to play with InDesign, Illustration, Photoshop.
I just can't pay for it every month if I'm not using it as in actual business.
Yep.
Just for fun, I can't pay for it.
So are we done then for the evening?
Yeah. I think this is a good break. No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I kind of know what's on the other side, but
we're heading that way in the shuttle with the nuke.
Yeah, I figured a battle on the bridge was going to take the whole session, and it looks like it pretty much did.
Yeah,
somewhere.
So I'm feeling a little let down. I set up the ultimate power attack, except the professor zapped him before I needed to do it. I was going to do it 20